It's 1995 in Jaffna, Sri Lanka, and the third war between the Sri Lankan army and the LTTE had started. There was a newly married couple, Anurag and Tanisha. They both wanted to start a family, but they knew that Sri Lanka wasn't the best place to raise a child. They didn't want their child to grow up in an area where there's war happening. Also, there wasn't that great of an education or healthcare. Tanisha told Anurag that she had some family in Ontario, Canada that they could go to. The only problem was that traveling by air was not only dangerous at the time, but was not possible. Anurag said that they could go to India because he has a friend there that could help them out. They finally decided that they would go to India so that they could take a plane to Canada. The couple had to leave all their belongings behind, except for some clothing, all their money, and their passports. They had a fair amount of money with them. Since Jaffna is the northern part of Sri Lanka, they were fairly close to India. They found a guy that was also trying to go to India by boat, and Anurag asked him if they could come along, and he said yes, as long as they paid him 1,000 rupees. Once they arrived in India, they had to find Anurag's friend. He had the address of where his friend stayed at. They then asked for directions and took a taxi to his house. Once they got there, Anurag and Tanisha were greeted by the friend. The couple stayed there for the night, and then the following morning, Anurag asked if he could borrow some money to help purchase plane tickets to get to Canada, and told him that he would pay him back. The friend agreed, since him and Anurag were very close. That day, they went and purchased 2 tickets that would depart from Chennai International Airport the next day. Once it was time to go, they went to the airport and then got onto their plane. As they arrived at the Pearson International Airport, Tanisha had her uncle's phone number. She called the number, and it turns out that the uncle lives in Mississauga, so he was pretty close to the airport. Her uncle told her the address, and they took a taxi to the address. As they got to her uncle's house, they both started to think about the amazing life that their family could have in Canada, where there isn't any wars, there's a great education, amazing healthcare, and more job opportunities. They both knew that they'd chosen the right place to come.